Welcome to this tutorial. My name is Nicole, and today we will be talking about how to create a poster in Microsoft PowerPoint. As you may know, Microsoft PowerPoint is a presentation application that is commonly used in business and education. The features of PowerPoint provide users with various options for creating visually appealing documents and presentations. For this tutorial, you will learn how to create a poster using the visual tools provided in Microsoft PowerPoint. Now, why would we use PowerPoint? There are several factors that make PowerPoint an effective tool for creating posters. First, it's a familiar tool to many individuals. It's also very easy to use. It provides a variety of format options and can even do very large formats up to 56 inches. And finally, it's accessible to most people through their personal or work computers. Now, what are some ways we can use this tool? Students and staff can utilize this tool for various projects around campus, such as welcome signs for a department office, a club table sign for rush week, a research poster for a class or conference, perhaps a menu board in the cafeteria, directional signs for a conference, and much, much more. To begin, let's start by opening a new PowerPoint presentation. Go to the File option and select New and Blank Presentation. Next, from the Design menu, you'll want to select Page Setup. This will allow us to adjust the page size. And for this presentation, we're going to use a standard 36 by 36 inch poster that is often very useful when doing research paper presentations or poster shows. Click OK. And this has resized our document so that the print size is actually 36 inches square. Now, before you select your final print size, you should contact your print office to determine what the largest format is that they can use, because many can't print above 40 inches. So you'll need to contact them if you want to use any size above a 40-inch document. After adjusting the slide size, it's recommended that you activate the ruler guidelines and guides to allow you to easily align images, text boxes, and other content. So from the View menu, we'll want to click these boxes next to Ruler, Guidelines, and Guides. This is a basic layout for a poster which could easily be used for a research poster or conference poster. In our next segment, we will talk about some additional items that you should consider to include on your poster to make it most visually appealing. And those are shapes, images, smart art, and text boxes. First, we will add some shapes to this slide. To do that, click on the Insert menu and the Shapes drop box. You can choose any of the shapes provided here, and I will just use the rectangle here at the top. This will make a nice title bar. One more here underneath for the body of the text and images. But as you can see from the drop-down box, you can select from any types of shapes and in various sizes. And shapes are a great way to add variety, structure, and color to your poster. By adding them at the beginning, they automatically become the background and provide a palette for adding additional images, smart art, and text boxes. In addition, you can also scale a shape to any size and it won't distort the image at all as you adjust it. Next, we will include some images in this presentation. And from the Insert menu again, you can click on Pictures or Clip Art, whichever you prefer. And from Pictures, we'll just use some of the sample pictures that are provided. This chrysanthemum looks pretty good. I also like the desert scene, so let's add that. And as you can see, we can move around the image to any place on the document that you want. I'll go ahead and copy this and create another one to put on the opposite side. One of the nice things about activating the grid lines is, as you can see, it provides a measure across the center so that you know that they've been lined up correctly. Next, we'll add a piece of Smart Art. Also from the Insert menu, you click on Smart Art. This selection box allows you to choose from lists, processes, cycles, relationships, pyramids, any number of different things depending on what your needs are. For this presentation, we'll just use this honeycomb shape. And as you can see, it automatically opens a text box for you, and it allows you to type in whatever you'd like. You can tab to the next one, and then to the final one. And when you're done typing in the items that you'd like, you click the X to close. And like images and shapes, you can resize this to anything you would like. And I want this to be similar in size to the pictures, the images below. So I will resize that a bit. And remember, this is going to be printed on a 36-inch square, so it may look small in this version, but once it's printed, it will be much larger. That's one way of adding some Smart Art to your project. And as you can see on this particular Smart Art, it does allow you to add additional pictures if you'd like. So we can insert that image on a honeycomb, and then some flowers in the other honeycombs if we want. And depending on the type of Smart Art that you choose will vary as far as how many different things you can add, if it's more text or if it's images. And the last aspect that we'll cover in this tutorial is a text box. From the Insert menu, again, you choose Text Box, and that will activate your mouse so you can draw a text box of whatever shape and size you'd like. So I will draw a few here. It does allow you to change from the Format menu. You can change the fill or the outline of the text box. For example, since it's first transparent when it comes onto the screen, to change that a little bit so I can see it a little more, I can outline it in white, or I can even fill it in a light gray. So for this text box, we'll just put the title here, and I want to center that. Make it a little bit bigger. And to add additional text boxes, because we have all of this additional space down here that's not being taken up by images, click on text box again, and that allows me to add it there. And we can go to Format to fill the shape. So this will give you an idea of how a text would look on this project. And as I mentioned before, you can see how the boxes will line up and be centered with each other. And we'll add another text box for this. I don't want that to bump up right against the pictures, so I'll make it a little bit smaller. And on the Format, I'll fill the shape. And there we go. A few things to keep in mind. Whenever you are doing your setup for the poster, it's always nice to have a triangle effect. See how this provides a triangle effect with the text boxes as well as a triangle effect with the images. This allows the user to be guided to the different areas that you want them to look at, and that makes the poster much more visually appealing. To conclude, you'll want to make sure that you save your document both in a PowerPoint format as well as a PDF or a TIFF format. And the reason why you want to do both is because saving it in a PowerPoint format will allow you to come back later and edit it if you need to, but saving it in the PDF or TIFF format will allow the printing office to print the document for you. And one thing that we want to do before we select to save it or print it is we'll want to check out how big the text is at 100%. So what we do is come down to the bottom right zoom bar, and we'll take it up to 100%. And let's look at Here's our text. So if this poster is being used in a conference, for example, people aren't going to be very close to the poster to read it. So I would step back 3 to 5 feet from the poster to make sure that I can read the title and read the text in the various places and from that distance. Otherwise, from that point you can adjust it based on what you see and how easy it is to read from a distance. Now finally, to save it. In order to do that, we go to the top left, File, Save As, and we want to save this presentation as a PDF. That tends to work really well for print shops. And the other option is TIFF, T-I-F-F, down here, Tag Image File Format. But we'll do a PDF from here. Save it to our desktop and click Save. And that will publish the document in a PDF format, which allows the print shop to use the PDF document direct to the printer. And here's the finished product in a PDF. I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial and learned a few extra things about how to create a poster in PowerPoint.